Welcome, friends. This is Under the Art Sports. I'm Eric, and today we're going to talk about Ronnie DeGray and the Mizzou basketball roster. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Instagram. So, on Wednesday evening, Ronnie DeGray III announced his intention to transfer to Mizzou. He is coming from UMass out of the A-10. He was a freshman. With the COVID exemption, he's going to be a freshman again. We'll talk about that sort of thing in a minute here. But he's 6'7", 220. He averaged 8.7 points a game and 4.5 boards a game. So, steady. Frankly, kind of Kobe Brown type numbers. That's kind of what it reminds me of. He's not a true traditional post, I guess. He averaged, 37% from beyond the arc last season. So he's capable of playing, further away from the basket, which is a good thing. If you can shoot 37% from three, and it's a threat. That's a good enough percentage that opponents will have to respect it. And that's, as we've talked about with Mizzou basketball, that's something this team has not had with any consistency over the past two seasons. So that's a good thing. Free throw percentage, 61%. It'd be nice to have that a little higher, but that's not terrible. He's a good, steady player. That's a good thing. I will say this. I'm a little concerned, not with DeGray, but with him being added to the team. That puts Mizzou's basketball roster at 12 players. There's thought that the 13th scholarship won't be used, and it may not be. With the 12 currently on the roster, there's not a lot of imposing, just pure size underneath. And I worry that Mizzou could get exposed next season. Just looking at listed heights and all that. Yeah, Jordan Wilmore, you got Yaya Keita, incoming freshman. And that's it for guys 6'9" or taller. That worries me. That worries me a lot. Because unless Wilmore just progresses a ton, you've got one traditional five, or at least player of traditional five height. If it were me and I had these 12 players, I'd be looking for somebody 6'9", 230, something like that. Now, I'm not going to throw the scholarship at somebody who's just tall enough and big enough. They have to be good. But I'd still be keeping my eyes peeled for somebody who fits that kind of description. As for the Mizzou basketball roster as it stands right now, it's going to be super young, at least on paper. Every roster in America is going to look kind of squirrely for the next few years because nobody used a year of their eligibility. So you're going to have guys like Ronnie DeGray. He was a freshman last year. He's going to be a COVID freshman again in the 21 to 22 season. It's weird. As far as Mizzou's roster, 7 freshmen, 4 sophomores, and Javon Pickett being the lone upperclassman on the entire roster. Everybody else is a freshman or sophomore, which is absolutely unheard of. Now, keep in mind, look at Mizzou's transfer class. You've got guys like Boogie Coleman, redshirt sophomore. So this is going to be his 4th year in college basketball, even though, eligibility-wise, he's going to be listed as a sophomore. So, you got things like that everywhere. A bunch of the freshmen, like Ronnie DeGray, freshman, it's his 2nd year in the program. Mizzou's going to have 4 guys who have never been a part of a college basketball program coming in. That's the incoming freshman class, minus Sean Gordon, who was with the team. He joined in January, so he's been around the program basically all year. Didn't play, but he's been around it, so he's got a little bit of a head start there, a little more experience. It's weird. Just as Mizzou was constantly mentioned as bringing back so much experience, being a veteran squad. Well, this team is the exact opposite. You're going to have so much youth on paper. It's going to be so new just because of the turnover. It's going to be very interesting to see how quickly the team gels, how quickly guys find their roles. I think the fact that there's so many transfers brought in for a specific purpose will help that in terms of guys understanding, the role Cuonzo Martin has in mind for them. But they've still got to gel as a team on the court. And we'll see how long that takes for that to happen. I think we probably are looking at the Mizzou roster right here with 12 players. I mentioned maybe throwing out that 13th scholarship if you find the right person. I don't expect that to happen, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it. For Mizzou basketball, the roster appears to be set, and now we just wait for the fall to see the new Tigers. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to check out our videos, St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues, and everything else in the world of St. Louis sports. Thanks. See you next time.